Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Erica from Highland Hickory Designs, and in this video I'm going to show you how to read a chart for tapestry crochet. So tapestry crochet is pretty straightforward. The only stitches you'll need to know are chaining and single crochets. That's it. That's all of it. The most difficult part about tapestry crochet is changing the colors, and even that, as you get the hang of it, is not that bad. So when you're looking at a chart, hopefully either at the top or the bottom, there will be a key or a legend that will tell you what each block indicates as far as what color you're going to use. So sometimes the color will be listed out, but sometimes it will say like color A, color B, color D. And the reason that they would do that is so you can choose whatever color you prefer to put in there. They wouldn't be picking it for you. Okay, so like I said, the whole tapestry crochet is made up of single crochets. One block of your chart indicates one single crochet stitch. For instance, for this first row, you would have 10 single crochet stitches done in all purple yarn. And when you're working tapestry crochet, you're going to be working back and forth for each row the entire way to the top. Now, it does not matter which row you start with any of these exterior rows. You could start here and work your way down. You could start side to side. It doesn't matter, but what I would recommend is that you mark your chart so that you know exactly where you started and the direction that you're moving. For instance, if you were going down this way, maybe put an arrow indicating which direction you were moving for each line, so that if you stopped your project and had to come back to it later, you'd know exactly where you left off without having to sit there and count all the rows. But a neat little trick I'd like to show you is that if you don't like writing on your graphs, if you would like to keep your graph nice and pristine, I would recommend that you put it in one of those plastic sleeves that you can get in the stationery section of your store. And what you can do is you can take a dry erase marker and you can write all over your charts as much as you want, as much as you need to, and then simply erase it away so that you can reuse this chart over and over and over again as many times as you want. And I also like that it has the holes so that you could put it in a 3-ring binder and keep all of your charts organized. Okay, so back to the example. Now, I use stitchfiddle.com to make my charts, and this is the way they typically lay out their charts. If you're interested in seeing the tutorial on how to use stitchfiddle.com, the link is in the description box below. And in that program, you can adjust these numbers to indicate which direction you would prefer to go. For this example, we're starting at the very bottom for row 1. And since these numbers are staggered, they indicate the beginning of each row. So for instance, row 1 would go this direction. This would be the beginning of row 2, row 3, row 4, and so forth until the end. And that way, if you didn't want to mark up your chart, you wouldn't have to. You would just automatically know that where the number is the beginning of your row. So for instance, row 1 would have 10 blocks of purple single crochets, 10 single crochets in purple. Row 2 would be 1 purple single crochet, 3 pink, 2 white, 3 pink, 1 purple. Row 3 would have 1 purple, 1 white, 1 pink, 4 white, 1 pink, 1 white, 1 purple, and so forth. And if you need more information on how to actually do the stitch and create something from a chart, check out my video on changing colors and carrying yarn, because it goes over everything all in detail. So something else I need to note, if you're working from a chart, and say for instance there's 10 blocks, when you're chaining in the very beginning, you need to add 1 chain. So instead of chaining 10, you would chain 11. And whatever the number is, if it was 102 at the bottom, you'd need to chain 1 more for 103. And that's just so you can work your first single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And I believe that's it. That is how you read a chart for tapestry crochet. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. The most difficult part is changing colors, but even that is not so bad once you get used to it. If you have any questions about anything that I didn't cover as far as reading charts, please leave your questions in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.